there's been a lot of conversation over the last few days with clients, with friends as well, about getting unstuck and what to do when we feel stuck. And I think there's a lot of people right now who feel powerless, who feel helpless, who feel stuck in some way, shape, or form in one area or more of their lives. And it feels to me when we feel stuck in an area of our life, then moving forward anywhere else or any place else feels really difficult. And so often my response is, when you feel stuck, the first step is to stop resisting, to actually slow down and feel what's really happening here, including how feeling stuck affects you. And just really feel your feelings. Put a hand on your chest, put a hand on your belly. Just feel it. Don't run away from it. This is the reality of your life right now, and no wishing otherwise, no fighting against it. There's nothing much you can do. And I think for me, that's the first step. The first step is always to honor where you are. Anything that comes from not wanting to be where we are is in some way, shape, or form an act of violence. And there's nothing that comes out, positive or otherwise, out of doing some degree of violence to ourselves or to our current situation. So, the first step is be where you're at, feel what's going on with you, and then relax. Stop fighting it. Feel it and stop fighting it. And the reason I say this is because I think that a lot of wisdom, a lot of insight, a lot of new direction, new energy can come from just letting it go. There's actually been quite a few research, like researchers who have been stuck. I think Einstein has mentioned that. And they keep trying, and nothing's happening, nothing's moving. And suddenly at some point they just decide to let it go for a while. And it's in that letting go, while they're taking a shower, while they're taking a nap, while they're having something to eat, that oftentimes the insight that was blocking them, the aha moment comes. And so, my offering here is to do a little bit what's counterintuitive, in that when we feel stuck, we want to push. We want to get out of feeling stuck. And oftentimes the only reason people get unstuck is because they push, and then they exhaust themselves. And they finally get to that place of letting go and relaxing and feeling what they're feeling because they have no way out. And once they have no way out and they're too exhausted to try to figure out yet another way out or yet another way of resisting, they finally meet and end up honoring the moment. And, I said this to a client yesterday, I believe. Honoring begets honoring. We want life to honor us. We have to honor it. And so part of this honoring is to be willing to show up and be present with what is, even if that what is does not feel all that great. And so that's the first step I tell people, is just be where you're at, stop fighting, relax, feel your feelings, feel what it feels like to be here. Commune with humanity in this place of struggle. We are all human. There's not a single human being, forget human being, there's not a single life form on this planet, from the smallest of bacteria to any bird, any human being, any dog, any lion, it doesn't really matter, any plant, any tree that does not know struggle. And so being willing to open in that moment of struggle, being able to relax, to open, to receive life, to feel the connection that we have with the whole of life in this, in struggle, in being stuck. Something about that has miracle in it. Suddenly we realize that we don't have to do it all on our own. The whole of life is connected to us. the intelligence of life is connected to us. And so when we are able to slow down, relax, open, and honor this moment, then weirdly, it almost feels like the entirety of life honors us back. And over, I have seen clients find a way out of being stuck exactly from that place. Meeting our feelings, taking a few deep breaths, touching consciously this sense of helplessness, this sense of powerlessness, realizing that we are not alone in this, that this is essentially a normal aspect of being human, and that before, or being alive, even more than being human, being alive, and at the moment that we relax and that something else comes through. It's almost as if in all our striving, in all our trying to figure it out, in all of trying to be smarter than life, we block life from coming through us, from figuring this thing out that we're trying to figure out through us. There's so much intelligence within us and all around us. And my felt sense is that this intelligence, this loving presence, really wants to be our partner in life. And half of the time, or 95% of the time, we are blocking it. We are striving from this very Western mindset to try to do it all on our own, and we feel separated and we feel disconnected. And so struggle, powerlessness, helplessness, being stuck is really a place of connection. It's a place of connection with the entirety of life, and it's a place of connection where we can finally open up to maybe something smarter than us, something that has just a wider reach than us, can suddenly move and work through us. And the way I look at it, if it doesn't work, you're no worse off than you were before. So on the contrary, maybe by relaxing, maybe by taking a few deep breaths, maybe by meeting where you're at, something within you might open up, which might allow you to have a different idea or reach out to the next best person in your environment who could help you with this. You know, that's the concrete aspect of it. The more mystical aspect of it is when we relax and we open up and we connect to fellow beings and to the intelligence of life, and we honor life and we honor our moments from that perspective, then it honors us back. And oftentimes something moves through us, some intuition, some wisdom, some insight, and or even life comes at us in a different perspective. Suddenly the right person shows up, or a check in the mail shows up while we weren't waiting, or a client who owed us money suddenly pays us. In some ways, struggle is the invitation from life to connect and have trust and honor and have faith. And so that's my invitation to you if you feel stuck right now. Rather than striving and struggling and pushing, play around with just letting go and relaxing and meeting the moment and honoring the moment, and maybe even loving the moment, loving your breath, loving the fact that you're alive, and see what arises from that. That's my invitation.